Good morning, dear students. Our lesson today, 13.3, write numerical expressions. Today, you will learn how to write simple expressions that show calculations with numbers. Read this example. A baker packages 12 cupcakes to box. Sheen orders 5 boxes for his sister's graduation party and 3.5 boxes for the variety show party. Write an expression that shows the calculations you could use to find the number of cupcakes Sheen orders. Of course, in this question, we have two things. 12 cupcakes in each box, and 5 boxes, and another 3 5/10 boxes. So of course, 12 cupcakes will repeat it 5 times, and it will repeat it 3 5/10 times. So, how to write an expression to describe this situation? Of course, 12 multiplied by 5 plus 12 will be multiplied by 3 5/10. Simplify now. According to the parentheses, we must multiply 12 times 5. It's 60, and multiply 12 times 3 5/10. It will be 42. So the final answer will be 102. This is a sample answer. You can do this by many ways. For example, you can add 5 boxes plus 3 5/10 boxes. It will be 8 5/10 boxes. Then multiply by 12. So the answer may be 12 times 8.5/10. Think again to find a third answer for this question. Page 749, question 1. Why do some numerical expressions contain parentheses? Sample answer: to show which calculations needs to be completed first. This is a sample answer. You can answer this question by many ways. Question 2. Show how to use a property to write an equivalent expression for 9 times 7 plus 44. Can you use a different property to write another equivalent expression? Explain. Think. Sample answer: we can use the distributive property to multiply 9 times 7, then multiply 9 times 44. So use the distributive property to multiply 9 times 7 plus 9 times 44. How to do this by another way? Sample answer: we can use the commutative property of addition. So we can use 44 plus 7 instead of 7 plus 44. So this expression equals to 9 times 44 plus 7 instead of 7 plus 44. Of course, all of these expressions have the same answer. In question 3 to 6, write a numerical expression for each calculation. Question 3. Add 8 and 7 and then multiply by 2. Of course, here we have two steps. The first step, add Then the second step, multiply by 2. So we must add 8 plus 7 inside parentheses, then multiply by 2. This is a sample answer because we have many answers. We can use the commutative property of addition to write 7 plus 8 instead of 8 plus 7. So 8 plus 7, 7 plus 8, it is the same. Multiply by 2. Also, we can begin with 2. So multiply 2 times the sum of 8 plus 7. It will be the same. So we have many answers here. This is a sample answer. Question 4. Find triple the difference between 44 and 7500 and 22 and 8/10. Remember, triple means 3 times a number. We have two operations here. Find the triple. Triple means 3 times a number. The triple of the difference between these two numbers. Of course, difference means subtract these two numbers. So, triple means 3 times the difference. So, inside the parentheses, write these two numbers, 44 and 7500 minus 22 and 8/10. Question 5. Multiply 4 times 7/8 and then add 12. In 7 to 11, write a numerical expression for each calculation. Question 7. Add 91, 129, and 16 and then divide by 44. There are a lot of answers here, so I'll give you a sample answer. You can write another answer. Say it's not necessary that your answer will be the same as mine. How to think? Search for the operations in this question. How many operations do we have? The first operation is adding the first 3 numbers. The second operation, divide by 44. To add these 3 numbers, we can use parentheses to write these 3 numbers inside. Then divide by 44. This is the answer. Of course, you can change the order of the numbers inside the parentheses because of the commutative property of addition. So you can begin with the 16 or 129. The answer, of course, will be correct. Question 8. Find 8 and 5 times of the difference between 77 and 13. Search for the operations. The first operation is 8 and 5 times this multiplication operation times the difference between these two numbers. To find the difference between these two numbers, we'll use parentheses. So the answer will be 8 and 5/10 multiplied by the difference inside parentheses, 77 minus 13. Question 9. Subtract 55 from the sum of these two numbers. We have a subtraction operation. Subtract 55 from the sum of these two numbers. Of course, we will subtract from the sum of these two numbers, so we must begin with the sum of these two numbers. We can use the parentheses to write the sum of these two numbers inside, then subtract 55. Of course, in subtraction operation, we must move in order. So we must begin with the sum of these two numbers to subtract 55 from them.